Welcome to this session on common problems found in marine refrigeration systems. The main objective of any refrigeration system on board ship is to collect heat from a low temperature area and move it to a high temperature area. The refrigerant acts as a cooling agent by absorbing and giving off heat. On board ships, the most commonly used system is the vapor compression cycle refrigeration system, which continuously operates to maintain temperature for perishable foodstuff, air conditioning for accommodation, CO2 cooling for firefighting systems, and carriage of liquefied gases and bulk chemicals. Since marine refrigeration systems run throughout the voyage, various operational problems may arise, and therefore detection, identification, and troubleshooting of refrigeration faults are extremely important. The most common faults encountered on board include undercharging, overcharging, air in the system, moisture in the system, and oil in the system. Let us now discuss these faults one by one, along with indications, causes, and actions to be taken. Undercharging of refrigeration system. Undercharging is a very common issue. The indications are very clear. The compressor starts running hot, and the performance falls off due to a high superheat temperature at the suction side. You will also observe that suction and discharge pressure are low, and large vapor bubbles are visible in the liquid sight glass. The condenser gauge reading becomes low ammeter reading of compressor motor drops, and room temperature rises, causing insufficient cooling. The compressor will run for an extended period of time to meet cooling demand. Some major causes include leakage of refrigerant at shaft seals, flange couplings, valve glands, or fittings. Partial blockage of refrigerant flow at the filter, dryer, strainer, or evaporator can also lead to undercharging. To solve this issue, first identify and rectify the leakage. Then clean the filter and dryer. Finally, charge the system with fresh refrigerant until the pressure and temperature return to normal. Overcharge of refrigeration system. Overcharging happens when excess refrigerant is present in the system. Indication of overcharging includes high liquid level in the condenser, causing reduction in condensing surface area and resulting in high pressure and high saturation temperature. The high pressure switch may stop the compressor, and both suction and discharge pressures will be abnormally high. This may happen simply because excess refrigerant has been charged into the system. However, air in the system may also give similar symptoms. To rectify this, remove refrigerant by connecting a cylinder to the liquid line charging valve and operate the compressor and charging valve carefully. Also purge the air from the system, maintain effective cooling, and defrost the regulator if ice deposits are present. Moisture in the system. Moisture usually enters along with air, and it can cause serious damage. Moisture may freeze at the expansion valve, giving signs of undercharging, and may contribute to internal corrosion, lubrication problems, and breakdown of lubricating oil inside the refrigerant compressor. If moisture content is small, renew silica gel in the dryer. But if moisture content is large, then the refrigerant must be collected and all air and moisture should be removed using a vacuum pump. This ensures system efficiency and safety. Air in the system. Presence of air in the refrigeration system creates operational issues. The compressor may overheat, with high discharge pressure and normal condensing temperature. You may also see small air bubbles in the liquid sight glass, and condensing pressure may rise, reducing cooling capacity. Compressor may run for extended time, and the gauge pointer fluctuates in the condenser. Air may enter during charging, or in the case of Freon 12, air can leak into the suction line because its working pressure is lower than atmospheric pressure. To remove air, collect the gas in the condenser, keep cooling water on, and vent air from the top of the condenser, as air will not condense. Connect a cylinder to the purging line, vent the air, and close the purging valve after purging. Then check refrigerant level and recharge if necessary. Oil in the refrigeration system. When oil enters the refrigeration lines, it affects performance seriously. Indications include slow cooling, excess frost on suction line, and extended compressor running time. The lubricating oil level in the compressor may drop and blockages may occur. This may happen due to faulty oil separator, carryover of oil from compressor, defective piston rings, or worn-out cylinder liner. Check the oil separator for proper functioning, clean the dryer, and drain the evaporator coil to remove oil. Increase temperature differential between evaporator and condenser, remove frost, and heat pipes using blowtorch if necessary. So, marine refrigeration systems are vital for ship operations, and undercharging, overcharging, moisture, air, and oil contamination are the most common faults. Early detection, correct indication analysis, identifying causes, and taking timely actions are essential to ensure smooth operation throughout the voyage. Thank you for watching the video. Have a great day.